Hello everyone, it's Shanna. So glad you stopped by. Now today we're going to be working with Spellbinders House Mouse Water Fun Cling Rubber Stamp. And I'm just going to stamp this up real quick and do some coloring on it. I'm going to be using my Tri-Blend markers, and I have sped this up because the coloring does take quite a long time. So we'll talk a little bit about it, and then I'll play some music, and then we'll come back and we will put our card together. So Spellbinders sent this to me to work with, and I will be linking all the materials in the description box below. So if you have any interest in any of the materials and you want, you can shop the links, and I will get a small commission from that, and it does help my channel to be able to provide you with new content. So I appreciate you using those links when you can. So I just selected some colors that I thought would work well for this scene, and I'm just doing my blending and getting everything blend up. So, and I'm using that little white sheet of paper just above to check out my colors and make sure they are the colors that I want to use. So I'm just going to play a little bit of music, and you can watch me color, and then we'll come back and put the card together. It did take a little while to color this, and so I'm just finishing it up here. I'm just adding some blue around my water droplets just to kind of make a splash. And I thought that was a fun way to kind of tie those water droplets together. And I think it turned out really cute. Now, I will be honest with you, and I colored this thing 3 other times until I got one that I was satisfied with. And I recorded all of them and deleted them and then started over. And so this is the 4th one, and it finally came together. Now, when I go to grab my trimmer here, you'll see 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them fall into frame there. And those were, I guess, what I rejected, what I wasn't satisfied with, and my colors and the choices that I made. I had some of them, the mice were, I thought I made them too dark, and so I think I had gray mice in one of them, and I ultimately decided to go with these brown mice and to use the colors that I used on this panel here. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to trim this thing down to where I can layer it up with some cardstock. And I was trying to kind of get rid of where the scene kind of just falls off into the white, but I don't wind up cutting it down that far. I think I wind up going 5 by 3 3/4 is what I wind up doing with this. And I'm trying to trim a little off on both sides and not cut the cinnamon off is what I'm trying to do. So then we'll bring in a layer and layer it up. And I will tell you that I tried the layer 2 or 3 times as well. So tonight was not my night for crafting. It seemed like everything I did I had to redo. So I have cut the part out where I've layered it the first time. And I'm going to bring in, and I'm measuring it this time. And I'm going to bring in another piece of black panel, and I'll cut it down to layer around it and get it how I want it. And when I go to glue it and I flip it over, you'll see that there's a black panel already attached to the card. I didn't get it quite big enough for what I wanted to do, and so it was already glued down, and I cut it off. And I'm just going to glue this panel along with the black panel to a new black panel that is going to give me a better edge. And hopefully that'll work out. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's my motto with this card. Anyway, so I've got that laid down on there, and I'm going to bring in another layer to layer it up so that it will be A2 size. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in my little glue eraser. I was looking for it. It's amazing how you can lose things on your desk that are right there. And just clean off some glue that got on my panel. Just going to do a little quick cleanup on it and take a look at it, make sure I got it cleaned up. And I'm just going to grab some cardstock. Now, I wasn't sure what color I wanted to use, so I brought in a couple colors. I've got this, I think it's called Peridot. And then I've also got my partly cloudy laying there. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to emphasize the blue that's in the water? And I'm also gluing a little corner down. Or do I want this card to pop on that Peridot cardstock? So I decide that I'm going to go, I want it to pop. I really like that pop of green, lime green, and I'm deciding that that's what I'm going to go with. So I've got a spot on there I was looking at, and I'm going to use my colorless blender and just kind of pick up that spot and get it off of there. These colorless blenders are nice to kind of clean up any mistakes that you made. And evidently I'm still thinking about the blue. Do I want to use the blue, or do I want to use the Peridot? And I decide that I am going to use that Peridot. So I'm just going to cut that down. I typically don't make card bases out of my Spellbinders cardstock because the paper is expensive and I don't want to waste it, and I like to make the most out of it. And so I'll trim it down and then I'll lay it on a white card base is what I'll do. So I'm just checking, make sure I got it cut, and I'm going to have a nice little edge around there, and I'm still messing with glue that's on there. I had to put some glue on that corner to get it to lay down, and I've got a little spot there, so I'm just cleaning that up. And we'll just layer this up, and we'll get our card base, and that'll finish off this card. So I've got one other house mouse stamp that I'm going to work with. It's called Pop, and it's a little mouse blowing a bubble from bubblegum. And we've got some little bubblegum wrappers. So I'll be putting that one together as well, and I'll be airing it on my channel sometime soon. I think these are fun. I'm having trouble getting it lined up exactly how I want it. And I'm going to try one more time. And hopefully I'll get it lined up. Man, the struggle is real with this card. I'm telling you what. If it could go wrong, it went wrong with this particular card. So anyway, I persevere. I'm going to clean the glue off my desk. I'm constantly cleaning. And I think this is going to work. So I'll bring in my card base and we'll get this laid down. So I quickly grabbed a card base, scored it up, and I'm going to just fold it over and score it up, and we'll get this laid down. Now tonight, I'm doing the voiceover on a different night, and I scored up a whole bunch of card bases. I got them ready and got them scored up, and I've got them in a little bin so that I don't have to grab them and score them as I'm building my card. I've already got them set, and so I've got top folding and side folding card bases already made and ready to go, and I've got a bunch of them. So I did that, and my sister was here, and she took all of my cards that I've made that haven't been stamped with my personal stamp on the back, and she stamped all of them up. And so I won't have to be scoring card bases on my videos, because if you've seen it once, you don't need to see it in every video. So anyway, this finishes this card up, and I think it's cute. I'm looking at it, and I think I'm going to do some touch-up. I see where I think I missed a drop of rain, or I'm just trying to kind of accent the water a little bit more. And there we go. I think it's super cute. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.